Once you are there and you know that you can do something and you can help, but you don't have the permission, of course, it's very emotional to say, okay, we have to go. There's nothing more that we can do.
When we went to the WHO negotiations, governments started asking us the question of why is an animal welfare organization in a public health debate? What are you here for? What is the point?
A really special moment for me this year was visiting again our stray animal care clinic in Bankia in Bulgaria, where I made a quite unusual connection with one of the local kittens that was a patient in our clinic. Her name was Baby Jane. She was fierce and she had a severe infection in both her eyes. She also had to have one of her eyes removed, but she still thrived and she had such a zest for life. This little kitten for me is just such a symbol of how cats often suffer in silence.
We have 4 wild cats still to dart. Give them the required infusion, put them in the crates.
I can remember one specific veterinary mission in Slovakia at a private facility for tigers. There were at that time 15 tigers in the facility. We had a severe case with a very old tiger who didn't walk since 3 years properly because he had ingrown claws. We found that the overall health situation of this tiger is really, really bad. And the owner refused to take our advice. So we found out 2 weeks later that the tiger died in pain with no support. We worked every day from 4 in the morning. And after long days of struggling to negotiate with him and to change a bit his mindset also towards his own animals, in the last day he asked us to do one more animal. This meant that we built trust with him. And this meant that we finally got to him and reached him.
This year, I had the privilege of working on the UN pandemic agreement being negotiated at the World Health Organization. We need to change the way that we're treating animals in the environment. With wildlife, we can leave them in the wild, we should not touch them. But with farm animals, when they suffer, we suffer. That was a good opportunity for us to bring the science on the drivers of pandemics into the public health debate. When we finally convinced governments to champion prevention in the title of the pandemic agreement, one of them wrote back and said, "Thank you for showing us the forest from the trees. We were so focused on the details that we didn't see the big picture. Thank you for showing us the big picture.
Very curious. One highlight was completing our new strategy, which will help us achieve even more for animal welfare. This is already visible in the development of our sanctuaries, for example, the new enclosures at Felida Big Cat Sanctuary. Thank you for your commitment to animal welfare. Together, we are creating a world where people treat animals with respect, empathy, and understanding.
It's just a really nice thing to see how we can change individual animals' lives and at the same time really deliver overall change.